Vander here. VTO has picked it up once this season. It's been a pretty solid pick, and VTO, honestly, a player that's been developing very rapidly. Razork, obviously, the guy that we are looking at, he's been such a standout performer this split, but VTO, more than just the Zoe one trick we got used to seeing in spring, certainly a player who has been stepping up.
Definitely has been. And that Syndra Lee Sin, very powerful solo laners, very powerful mid-jungle duo as well. Really good setup for the Syndra, so that Lee Sin can definitely be flexed towards top and jungle now. Syndra for the mid lane, and Kai set to match respond with it.
And Set, an interesting pick overall. Feels like one of the champions that might have been hurt by the Stridebreaker changes. Of course, if he gets on top of you, that massive 90% slow is a big deal, but a little bit harder for him now to do so, keeping our eyes on where everything is going to end up is the option for G2 here. What's it going to be in the top lane for Wunder?
Could be a Karma top, could be a Jace top, but it's going to be the Mundo! That's the first Mundo game in Europe!
I'm ready for it now. If you are not familiar, Mundo got it.
Run bot level 1, plays toward base, swap the sweeper, they have bush control. So that's the reason they have to push in bots, but eyes on mid. Caps
Ward hop,
could be in
Caps
danger.
gonna be in trouble, that's gonna be a knock. Easy CC, easy follow, flash forward with the E, clean combo, first blood for VTO.
Caps really struggling there. Level 2 gets stunned up. Razork really clean ward jump over the wall, lands the Q, and then E flashes to make sure that regardless of Cap.
Big Caps now storming for the hill. That's the ulti coming in. Caps incredibly low. They're now chasing. Razork should be an easy follow-up. Kick over the wall, finishes him off, and Razork grabs it.
Yeah, too much burst coming out of the Syndra. Caps had to run away, but Razork's there to chase him down. Wunder doesn't even bother to TP in because he knows they're going to lose the fight regardless. The reason they're going to lose this fight is because Mickey's level 5 and Vander's level 6, so the Alistar can provide so much more in that fight. On top of Caps already being chunked out at the start of it. Actually, Mickey's 2 levels down. He needs to get a little bit of his mid XP so he can get level 6, but they're just going to pop their Herald. Reckless is pushing out bot. Wunder's trying to collapse now.
Razork can follow up, but he doesn't really have any CC. Wunder can just keep walking forward. He can ignore any potential Lee Sin kick coming out, so Razork is forced to flash away. That's the power of the new
Caps
Mundo.
coming back.
Good damage now coming in. Mundo starting to chase. Has the ulti activated. He's now chasing down. They're looking to run. They're looking to fully commit here. Good damage onto Vander. He will be sacrificed. Buy as much time as he can, but G2 fire back. Get a kill of their own. Herald still moving in mid lane, though. Looks like it got a little bit more damage.
Top side of the map, VTO.
Slowed down there by the solar flare. He's going to fully commit here. Dash forward from Caps. That's the Gale Force. Good damage to come through. Nothing Vander can do.
Yeah, VTO probably didn't expect that much damage coming out of G2. Maybe he forgot about the Gale Force because he had to flash up when when Mickey connected the E. He could have just flashed under the tower and brought Mickey with him instead. Decides yesterday.
Bro, yeah. I mean, misfits for Wunder. Mickey again going in though. The knockback is there, but it's too little. Mickey too clean on these ganks.
G2 firing back in this mid lane. Caps gets 3 kills. VTO is the one struggling now. Where is Misfits jungle support? You see they're nowhere near. Wunder's proxying top. Caps has got himself 3 kills now. G2 also have 2 dragons. They might look for this Herald as well.
And massive credit to G2. Again, Caps dying once or twice in the early game was big, but Mickey has been chain ganking mid lane, and now Caps is starting to pull ahead. Not someone you want to give any advantages to. Gale Force out safety, getting away from Razork. Razork, no room to find the kick. Dash in, Gale Force is there, but he's kicking. He's going to try to finish the job. He gets knocked back. Reckless saving his mid laner, keeping him alive. The flash forward, 1-2 autos. The explosive charge. Bye-bye.
There's to be happy.
Difficult to survive. Vander is there to body block, but even he is a very squishy cow. There's no more tower there, and he's just going to start to get run down. They finally knock back the Mundo, but G2 there, not stop onslaught. Razork's been caught. Now, what was he even doing there?
I think Razork was perhaps looking for some kind of kick. If G2 overcommitted through mid, maybe he could get a kick onto Caps or Reckless, but Misfits weren't grouped up. Kobe was pushing out top and taking some jungle camps, and here it was bot, but G2.
Can they get anything done? 5K, it's getting lower. Razork would need to be a miracle play, but they're just pulling away from the Baron and they're turning for the fight instead. Wunder on the front line, Caps laying down the Coling. Vander just getting shredded through. That's the Ignite ticking. Dash forward on the Gale Force. Solar Flare, it's Heron in the midst of the back line, but Heron can't get anything done. Pulls forward, he's gonna dunk him down back over the wall. He wants to turn it back. Heron wants to get something done, but he does not have the necessary damage. Razork manages to land the kick back. Razork manages to find a kill, but it's just not enough. Reckless, Wunder, Mickey, Caps, everybody is still up except for Jankos, and Wunder is at full health.
He's still at full health. He didn't take a shred of damage, and he just regened straight up when he did. Hear it, good engage. He almost found Caps, I believe it was, but in the end, doesn't manage to find the fight. 3 members of Misfits die. Jankos ends up dying as well, but that's going to be Baron regardless. We'll take a look at that one again, because it looked like Herod's positioning wasn't too bad. He forces Jankos out initially, and then Misfits try to peel back. Vander has to use the ult very, very early on, and G2 tried to overchase a little bit, but this is where Misfits has some kind of control, so watch Herod here. What he does is I think he just tries to get someone over the wall. Really big ultimate from Mickey to stun up 2 members. But then the only real way Misfits were going to win this fight was Herod's ultimate here. Tries to get Mickey onto Jankos and into the double W. If you could get the double kill there, then there was a world where Misfits could have turned, but Mickey lives. Jankos uses a stopwatch, does end up dying in the end, but 3 for 1.
And you see there, VTO uses the stun, he uses the knockback, is followed up by the lead forward, but I don't know if that's going to work out for him. Yanko's getting knocked back, but he still manages to find the kill. Goes golden with the stopwatch. Here can try to commit for this one. Pulls back on the haymaker. Now going to dunk him into the midst of the team. Caps getting out of the fight. Caps still alive. Razor getting cut down. Here it forced to flash. That going to beat up. Vander off on the flank. The rest of Misfits can now fully commit. The Colin comes out. Vander might just get immediately taken down. Mickey's still in the midst of the entire team. Yanko's off to the side. Eyes on Yankos, but the knockback is there. Yanko's getting burned down by the Elder Dragon buff. Misfits, they're making it work. Caps on the run. Kami in the back line. Elder Dragon doing work, burned down 1 by 1. Misfits were 10k down, but the Elder Dragon wins them the fight.
G2 dropped the ball for a couple of seconds and Misfits find something. They managed to get themselves an Elder Dragon. 40 seconds on G2 and they have a mid-wave. I think they just have to commit to an end. There's no way they're going to get a fight like that ever again.
K-Draw, I was ready for the 2-minute G2 victory lap. I thought we'd get to sing the praises of Caps, how G2's solo lanes were stepping up. But when it mattered most, when the pressure was on, Misfits saw their window of opportunity. Misfits want to fight for first. They are poised to end. It is Reckless versus the world.
They have to go for it. They just have to commit. Reckless to have Elder Dragon. 10 seconds on Yanko. Mickey's up soon. I think they're just gonna win.
Misfits make a miracle happen to bring the game back and to hold on to first place in the LEC.
I'm absolutely shocked. How did they find that? G2 had a 10,000 gold lead. They had 2 Barons, a Mountain Soul. They outscaled.
Cadril, that was the biggest comeback of LEC 2021.
That wasn't a comeback, that was the biggest, the craziest end I've ever seen. How can they just win a fight with Elder Dragon like that out of nowhere and just end the game? That's shocking.
Incredible. We have to decide a key player of the game at some point, but I don't know who it's going to be ultimately, because whoever made that call